we need to talk about Halloween. I'm gonna say a couple things, they might make a couple of you mad, which isn't really my intention, but I can't not talk about it. So, I get it, okay? We're living in a recession. The prices for candy was insane this year. You have to have money for a costume if you aren't gonna DIY it. And if you are gonna DIY it, you have to have the time and the energy to, be creative. It is not just trunk or treating that's kind of ruining Halloween, as I've been seeing a lot of people argue. And I do understand it, if your kids are getting candy during the day and in a safe environment that you can kind of keep an eye on, good to go. But the thing about Halloween is you're supposed to be braving the night. You're supposed to be getting to know your neighbors a little bit. The whole point of Halloween is to dress up with your friends, with your family, and, to drive the car around different neighborhoods, to walk around with your friends and get candy from people. For a lot of people, dressing up, especially like, adults who are giving out candies, they'll decorate their yards, they'll go full out for Halloween, and they'll even dress up, and it's really fun, and it's a fun way to get everybody of all ages involved. And I understand now that it almost seems like it's more dangerous to go trick-or-treating now, right? But the thing is, almost everybody has a cell phone. We are literally living in the safest time period, okay? Because everybody has a cell phone. The people that you're going trick-or-treating with, or the houses that you visit, all of those people most likely are going to have a cell phone. During Halloween, I know that there are cops that, drive around the neighborhood sometimes just to make sure that everything's going okay. There is a part of me that wonders if we should have trunk-or-treating the day before Halloween. Had to take off my glasses because I was getting glare, and I'm tired of dealing with that. So anyway, also, a lot of the times on Halloween, trick-or-treating starts almost like right after you get home from work. So you have to hurry up and scramble around and get dressed up or get everything ready if you weren't already dressed up at work or something. And you have to hope that you'll be ready and home in time, to help pass out the candy to get everything ready. There have always been bad apples when it comes to Halloween. My aunt and uncle have decorated their yard almost every single year since my siblings and I were kids, and they would pass out candy every single year. And they'd also get dressed up, and they loved it. And they keep a tally of how many kids each year show up. And it's like, the past 5 years, those numbers have been dropping exponentially. Like, it's insane. And once again, I understand that this year the prices for candy are insane, okay? It's insane. But I do also recommend trying to secondhand shop, even if it's secondhand shopping online. There are so many costumes. I mean, think about it. Sometimes kids only wear these costumes like once, maybe twice. There's so much stuff to find online. We are living in an age where we have become so tailored to by individualism that we have become so afraid to walk past somebody on the street and give them a simple hello, or to strike up a conversation with them, even if it's just small talk. Growing up, my dad or my parents or whoever I was with would take my siblings and we would be all dressed up, okay? Often it would kind of suck when it got later because, I'd have to wear a big wonky coat and it'd get cold and cover up part of my costume, so sometimes I'd try to get really creative with that and with my coat. But we would literally drive around the neighborhoods and try to find every house on every single block that had their porch light on. We didn't want to miss a single house that could potentially be giving us candy. And I remember, even if I was as a kid, a little bit shy, it was so much fun. It was fun seeing the adults that would be so happy about it, especially if they had pets. And, my parents took us to trunk or treat too, but that wasn't the main Halloween event. I don't know, I'm honestly at the point where we just really need to start normalizing older people also going trick-or-treating. We need to just start normalizing, walking around in public again, not being so afraid of being perceived. We need to make Halloween fun again, because Halloween is one of the most special holidays that you can have, especially as a kid. I don't know, I just know there are so many people that were disappointed this year because they didn't get as many trick-or-treaters as they were hoping. And it's sad.